So I just finished watching episode 30 of Jujutsu Kaisen, and we're back in the modern day now with Yuji, Nobara, and Megami, and everybody else in 2018. And this episode threw me off a little bit because the first half was just about this girl that's like in love with Yuji, and it was just about her talking about how in school Yuji made her feel wanted, and like nobody else did. At least he was the only one that sort of like acknowledged her, made her feel some sort of way. And then she's moved to Tokyo, found him again. So, but it's weird. It didn't really, in this episode in particular, it didn't particularly go anywhere. But I feel like that's going to have some significance later on. I don't know exactly what that's going to be. Maybe they'll end up becoming boyfriend and girlfriend, and she'll end up dying or something. I don't know. It could be something like that. But it was very strange, sort of out of nowhere. But I'm sure it's a setup for something more like important later, I'm assuming. We also have a new intro, and it's the darkest one yet. Like the music and the visuals just has a lot of more of a darker, more sinister tone to it. It's not just the music, but like the actual look of it compared to the intros beforehand. This one is a lot more sinister looking, so I wonder if that's going to be an indication of how the rest of the season is going to go. And we finally found out who the informant was from Kyoto, and it was Mekamaru. I thought it was Camo the whole time, just because of the way he sort of was. But no, it was Mekamaru. But his reasons weren't completely like unreasonable. He made a pact with Mahito to get his body back if he gave like information, essentially. And that's what he did. And he got his body back from Mahito using his idol you know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, he made a deal with them that they weren't allowed to hurt anybody from Kyoto. And also he managed to get some information about whatever they're planning to do in Shibuya, which could be a massive help to everybody at Jujutsu High, like Gojo and all of them. So if he manages to survive this fight right now that he's having with Mahito, then he could be a massive asset to Jujutsu High. And in order to stop whatever they're planning to do in Shibuya, they could do. But this giant mech that Mekamaru has that he's made, this giant puppet, is fucking cool, bro. But I don't know. I don't think he's gonna beat Mahito, dude. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. But yeah, that was the first episode back in the modern day. So let's see what happens next.